Test 1, test 2. Deja vu.
Yeah, man, this is a nice part of Burbank.
Okay.
All right, left turn here. Yeah, there's a Nickelodeon Studios nearby. Actually, all the studios are nearby.
Is that right?
You got Nickelodeon here on the left, and then on the other side of the freeway, you have Cartoon Network, and then obviously you got oh fuck, that was cool.
Freeway.
Yeah.
So right now we're gonna head towards Pasadena.
Gonna take a chill drive to Pasadena. Just hang out and enjoy the vibes.
This is TinynFenix. Just driving through. So a couple of things of opinion. So the whole school shooting. What's your opinion on that?
The school shooting thing, man, that's just I was watching like some people kind of make some statistics or talk about the statistics, and while everyone consumes our material, watches our American movies, plays our video games, watches our TV shows, nobody has the problem that we do with guns but us.
Did you know in Germany there is no guns? Cops don't use guns at all.
What, really?
Yeah. My buddy lives out there and he was telling me that and I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, what about like fights and stuff like that? He goes, rarely ever happens.
I wonder what the hell's going on. Yeah. I wonder what the hell's going on with, like, all right, you want to know something trippy? So we just came from downtown Burbank, right?
Oh.
I was at a Barnes & Noble, and I was like, it was like my favorite spot to go to, right? If like I'm having like a bad day or if I just need to relax. And I saw a dude, a white guy, in a trench coat, black trench coat, black military boots, black duffel bag. Why does he have a gym duffel bag with him?
Right.
In a black trench coat. He has an energy drink with him. He's staring blankly at a book of like who you are. Like, oh man, this is not what I. This is when you get to see your cards,
Right.
and you're like, dude, this really sucks. And then on top of that, so you rebel against all these things because you want to live your life on your terms. And then most people, they don't even have like good parents. Like good parents, like they read the book, and good parents that like have done a lot of like therapy, and they know how to talk to someone, and they know how much like support and discipline to give, and can kind of play that. Nah, bro, most people are like, hey bro, I love this girl, this happened. Just when people have like some kind of trauma, it usually comes back out to their children. Like they think they're fine, and then this shit comes out. So like most of these kids like don't have good parents. Like it kind of sounds kind of bad to say, but I don't think actually most parents. I think most parents do a good enough job, but I don't think it's optimized. I don't think we've optimized like parenting,
Right.
like for the general public. But to be fair, when you have like just a basic parenting, that's good enough. Like your dad hits you when you like do, you know, it's better that your dad hits you when you mess up on something, if the alternative is never being told anything in the first place.
Right.
Because then you don't know what you messed up at. Like I didn't like when my dad hit me, but at least I knew like, hey, that's bad. And later on, I knew it then, so now I have a hit, that's bad. And then later on, I understand like why. The why comes later. But first, it's just a chanclazo, or the dad is con el cinturón, and then you know you get jacked up. But you know, so like yes, like parenting, like people aren't doing their parenting. But I think so. Like the people that want to go after the situation, they talk about gun control. If someone is that deranged, what's going to stop them from making a bomb?
Yeah. What's going to stop them from getting their hands on guns, period?
They say, exactly. Bro, when they say that stuff, man, that cracks me up. LA's got like, LA and New York's got like the strictest rules on guns. How easy is it to get a gun, bro? How easy?
Stupid easy.
Bro, it's dumb easy. I can like, you know, get a hold of like a couple of good old boys, and I can get one. Easy.
Yeah.
So, you know, they make these rules like, okay, that just means that the good guy is gonna have a harder time. Oh, we just cruise around. So, yeah, it's gonna make it feel like the good people that have them. But so now here's the thing.
Hold on. Now, going back to the parenting thing. My thing is this, like, absolutely, I think we both have a point on that. But at the same time, you want to take account also the parents that have no time because they're working so hard to give the child what they think they want and need. And that's what I'm saying. When it goes back to what I'm saying, as far as like, here, little Johnny, here's a PS4, PS5 because I'm not around. So therefore, this is going to make you happy and forget about my presence not being there. When honestly, little Johnny, all he needs is a chanclazo and hey, you know what? I love you, but I need you to do better on your own or whatnot or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, like myself, my parents were never there because they're always working.
And that's
but again, different times though. Because
that's the thing that us as like Hispanics have. Our parents are grinding, bro.
Yeah.
Mom and dad.
But what I was gonna say is like, I never once had the thought of, oh, let me go freaking shoot up a school. Let me go harm somebody that has nothing to do with my pain.
You know what? I got a little bit of a silly idea of where that comes from. But it's something that I kind of thought about. Is so when I play video games, and in one of my favorite video games, you can actually not just, it's a shooting game, it's a police shooting game, and you can not only shoot like the bad guys, but you can actually shoot your fellow police officers.
The hell?
And yeah, so you can do it by accident, but it punishes you for it. So if you do it, you get like bad marks for it, and then you can eventually get like banned from playing the game altogether. Like if you do it often. I cannot tell you how many times, and this always happens with like lower level people that lose a lot at the game. When people lose a lot at the game, sometimes you'll start a game and you're just a fresh 5 people you never met before, and then all of a sudden one guy just starts shooting all of his teammates, and we all go down, and we're like, dude, what the heck? And it's just some kid who is really, really mad that he hasn't been able to get a win. He hasn't been able to like take somebody out on the other team. So why would someone just take it out on his own team?
Right.
I think these kids are not getting any wins, which most of us don't, but we don't take it out like that. But I think that so I think it's a combination of things. Like, they're not getting any wins in life. They're probably being bullied, and that's like and they want to take it out, but you know what's crazy? He doesn't want to. These people. Okay, so the Uvalde kid didn't even want to take it out on like big buff dudes. He didn't go to the gym and start capping weightlifters. He went after
the easiest target,
the most innocent, kind, or not necessarily kind, but just most innocent. Like,
did you know that he was also posting everything he was doing? For example, he posted 15 minutes before he shot his grandmother saying, I'm going to shoot my grandmother.
Oh, didn't he stream it? Didn't he stream it on Twitch or something?
I don't know about that, but I know that I was watching that he did that. Then, like 15 minutes later, he said, oh, I just shot my grandmother. Now I'm going to go shoot up a bunch of kids.
Jeez, now, yeah, you're right. He did.
That's some coward ass shit. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I get it, because I don't. To me, like, if you really want to take it on somebody, and I'm not condoning this whatsoever, go shoot at somebody who's going to shoot back. Go at the police force. Go at somebody in the military that has weapons that can, fight back at least. And again, I'm not condoning it at all to go attack somebody like that. But I'm just saying, like
from a mind of a loser.
Yeah, like, if you really want to do something to I guess challenge yourself or take some frustration out, bro, go join a freaking a boxing gym. Learn how to fight. Box it out. Get your frustrations out. But he straight went for the easiest thing. First of all, he shot and killed his grandmother. Like, what did grandma have to do with your frustrations and you pissed off? She's taking care of you. 1, 2, now you're going and freaking shooting up a bunch of children that absolutely have no way of protecting themselves whatsoever. Like, to me, that's just insane. I can't understand that or get in his mindset. Like, what the hell was he thinking?
I honestly think that kid had a lot of losses, and he wanted to hurt the world by taking out the most innocent thing, like that we got, the most innocent version of children. He just wanted to harm. At that level, when you go after something like that, you just want to cause harm. But like, is that like in the same line of thinking of like what's it called? Not ADD. It's where you have to do something the same way every time you do it. People make fun of it a lot. Not make fun of it, but they pretend they have OCD. So with people with OCD, let's say they'll have a thought, right? Of like, so I read this in a so someone has a bad thought, and
hold on, you read? Who does that nowadays?
No, you're right. I saw it in a video. So this kid's got an OCD.
ACD, watch out.
ACDC. So he's got ACDC. Now you're distracting me. So the kid's got OCD and he has a bad thought.
Okay.
And the thought keeps looping in his brain. He never wants to do that bad act, but the thought itself keeps looping because he resents it and resists it really bad. So because he does that, that's why it keeps looping even harder and harder. I wonder if that's kind of the same difference with these kids, but because we've kind of become the place where this is a common thing that are like, you know what? It happened so close. It just happened over there. I'm really upset too. I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself.
I don't know. It's just, to me, and what is it that is? These guys are so damn young.
They're young, right? They're normally young. It's not like old dudes doing this.
And I'm not sure. I haven't done the research on this, but I don't know whether they grow up as single children, no brothers and sisters in the house, whether daddy's not around, mommy gives them too much love, not enough love. Like, you guys can comment too, please. Let us know what your opinion is. Me, I'm a single only child. I didn't grow up with brothers and sisters, but I grew up with a lot of friends, cousins. Yeah, but I would get picked on all the time. But I was taught to be tough. I was taught to fight back. To say, hey, I don't like that. Don't do that. Where I just feel like these kids would just take it. And they take it, and they take it, and they let it build up. Until it just blows up in their mind where they think, oh, I have to do this. And what is it that blows up in their mind that makes them think this is my only way out? And I get it. You want to fight back and hurt something, but again, my train of thought is, why not hurt the people who have hurt me?
Yeah. I mean, like, look, I don't like it just as much as the next person, but I got Columbine. I understood it. And everyone could be like, bullying, that's bad. Look what happened. He went back and he went after all the kids that bullied him. But now it's just gotten even sicker. Not even the people that bullied you. Children?
Yeah.
Children?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, what in your mind, like, what kind of brownie points do you get for doing that? Like, is it just to get your name out there?
I definitely think that's part of it. Because we put them all over the media.
And then another thing, not to change the subject, but at the same time, these white kids, and I hate to say it like that, but these little white kids, they don't get shot. They get arrested.
No, some of them have been shot. Some of them have been killed.
But majority? And look, the one Hispanic kid gets, which, trust me, I would have shot him too. I would have lit him up. Because he just killed a bunch of innocent children.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, what is it that you're like, oh, hey kid, please put on the gun? No, damn that, he has a gun. He just killed a bunch of kids. Drop him. But that goes back to the police force as well. And did you know these cops, they actually went in there to get their kids out of there?
Yeah.
And then they waited. Like.
And then there's video of, like, the parents saying, let's go in there, and the cops were like, no. Like, when the cops were like, just holding everyone back.
Like, I have no children, but God forbid my child is in there. I'm sorry, cop. You're gonna have to shoot me. I'm going in there.
Bro, I'm like, bro,
Straight
give me
up.
your gun, give me your vest. You can sit out here.
Hey,
I'm going in.
Sorry, F that. F the gun, F the vest. I'm going in there with a knife. That's it. And if I run into this kid, yo, trust me, I'm stabbing him right in the neck. Now, I ain't no Rambo. I'm not a Marine, none of that. Which, hey, shout out to Marines and anybody in the military. Straight up.
You don't take a knife to a gunfight.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, if my child is in there, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my child out of there safely.
No, I do feel that, though.
You know what I mean?
At some point, like, it's just, it doesn't matter.
Like, again, I have no children, but I have tons of nieces and nephews. And I feel the same way. If my niece and my nephew's in there in harm's way, yo, I don't give a damn. I'm going in there, period. Officer, you want to arrest me when I get out? No problem, arrest me. But meanwhile, I'm getting my family member the heck out of there.
Dude, that is so disgusting. And then we had another mass shooting right after that, the next day.
I didn't get too much about that one. What was that one at?
Actually, I didn't, I just saw it in passing real quick too. But we had another mass shooting right after that. No, it was at a hospital. It was at a hospital, and I think he killed like, oh man, no, I'm just gonna be speculating. Yeah, it goes right. Yeah, man, some dude just goes to a dang hospital, bro. Like some Mayan stuff.
Hey, bro.
But those guys did it to each other. This dude just went at like the people that were working there.
Again, not change the subject, but yo, what's up with the show, the Mayans though? Oh my God, that's a badass show. Which again goes back to, guys, whatever you see on TV, it's not real. It's scripted. It's a television show. It's a movie. It's a game. Like, it's supposed to be entertainment. It's not supposed to be for you to freaking try to copy it.
Yeah.
But yo,
hold on real quick.